welcome back. My name is Wrath. I'm here with Tough Nuts and Adis. We've just wrapped up episode 2 of the second saga of King's Crossing with Gnimwirt and Adarag. Gents, hopefully we don't get stuck on this one. Tell me, how's the campaign going? How's the adventure going? What do you guys think?
I really enjoyed today's session.
Really? I'll be honest, I was a little worried. You guys spent a lot of it stuck, and I felt terrible, and I was trying to give you guys extra like bonuses. You kept failing your rolls, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Our characters, I could imagine this has to be really tough to write as a DM because our characters really suck at almost everything right now.
Yes, but it's okay because that's my storytelling point is I want you guys to start as nobodies who fucking suck because I'm going to give you guys superhero level status, and I want there to be that rags to riches feel of you guys seeing what it's like to suffer and be like, wow, we suck, and then being like, holy crap, we're heroes, like we kick ass. Like that's the feeling I want. So we just have to get through this, like, yeah, you're gonna suck for a bit.
Yeah, understood.
Also, something to be noted here is that we played almost half that session without me having any bonuses.
That's true. Yeah,
to abilities.
We were talking about that during the intermission. There was a bunch of like rolls where he failed by like 1% or something. Where if he had his rolls, he wouldn't have.
Yeah, but hey, I can say that I really sucked, and now I'm going to get better.
There you go. Well, that's just like with Pickle's group. Like there was times where like I totally screwed up their combat, and it ended up being a point of like I really screwed their combat, and like they got injured. All of them got injured where they shouldn't have, and so they really got screwed. But it was one of those, okay, we're just going to use that as a, okay, you guys sucked, now you're getting better. Yeah. But yeah, you guys made it through episode 2. What did you like about it? Tough Nuts, you said you liked this one.
I did. I like both sessions, but this one I think I liked even a little better than the first. And the reason is because I feel like I had more I could contribute. In the first one, like, the focus was a lot on like smuggling me out and getting to the town, which was fun. Like that was crazy.
Hang on, none of my focus was fun. I was like, you guys arrive in town.
That's what happened, but I really like. I think I played my character how he would have done it. Like he would have really relied on Adarag.
Yeah.
And so there was kind of less for me to do. And this one, I feel like we were both able to like contribute more.
Yeah, and you really pulled him along because like there was points where he was struggling. You went back to show teamwork, and your guys' teamwork is what allowed you guys to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So it ended up working out. Plus, making like getting to the point where all the people were hanging out in the Mud River was Gnimwirt helping Adarag and being like, "Come on, man, let's go, let's work together." And then getting from that point across the river with no problem was again Gnimwirt being like, "Wait, I could just make something."
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's when you found that, oh, hey, wait, I have a skill that I could just make stuff. Like, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. It's hard to think of times to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad I got at least one good use out of it today.
Actually, that reminds me. You have another skill.
I do. You
may flip the results to succeed at tradecraft tests. When you succeed, it is always considered a critical success. In addition, you always succeed at skill tests to locate resources needed for construction. We didn't apply that because technically you would have gotten a critical success. So I'm going to retcon something during the session. You did make your like snowshoes, but from mud. But what I'm going to say is you made basic boots that are able to be used, and you guys can just wear them, and you're not gonna have an issue going forward.
Cool. Okay.
Like sweet. Now you don't have to like take them off and strap into your pack. Like these are just boots that you wear, but they've got like webbed fingers kind of thing, but around your boot, so that way you can displace your weight and walk across the mud. So now Going forward, like what I would do is in your trappings, right on there, like bonus to mud or something, like whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll call them mud boots.
Yeah, perfect. So that way we can remember that you have mud boots. So if you're wearing those when you're walking around in the mud, you're not just going to sink into a mud pit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I mean, you spent the reward points to get that trait. It should be used. Like I want to make sure it's used and applied.
Okay. Yeah, that works. So instead of tying them to the pack, then we'll just
And
assume we're
having to
both
take
wearing
them
them.
off and on, and like, oh, you guys didn't put on your mud boots, and you just fell into like right now. You guys are walking. You guys could walk into a mud pit right now, and you're not wearing your mud boots. But we're retconning that and being like, no, they're just boots you could just wear, and you could wear them anywhere. You don't. They're not like snowshoes.
Okay.
So now, if you guys stumble into a mud pit, you're not going to be screwed.
Sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. I think Gnimwirt was able to contribute a lot more during this one. We were talking about on the break, but I didn't want to discuss it too much. We needed to come back. You guys, regardless of spending a bit of time stuck, you guys still accomplished a lot. You guys got to interact more with Liliana. You guys got to meet Addison. You guys got to meet Izzy, who I don't have a notable person marker for, but you guys will get that. Also, I'm going to be detailing these people and like what you've learned about them. You also met DIBS. So I'm curious, from the campaign so far, from the notable people you guys have met, are there any you guys prefer, that you don't prefer, that you like their personality, you want to hang out with them more, get to know, or vice versa, the ones that you're like, fuck that person, like, let's avoid them.
I think,
Go ahead.
yeah, I think Adarag right now, he's kind of on the edge about like whether he's on board with DIBS or not, but he kind of realizes that, well, maybe he's not as good on land as he thought. So maybe more hands the merrier. But he certainly is. And after a vigorous patty cake session, I think he's starting to get more on board with DIBS.
Yeah, DIBS taught you how to play patty cake.
Yeah.
I think Gnimwirt with DIBS is just annoyed as hell. Like he really doesn't want to deal with him, but I think there's also just a hint of like I'm really intrigued by his craftsmanship. Like I think Gnimwirt, the character, wants to understand how he's good at that and wants to like learn from him in that way, but I can't stand his personality.
Yeah, that's fair. I am a huge fan of DIBS. I made this character a while back, and I didn't know which group would stumble across him or anything. And I was like, he's gonna be so fun because he's just, I don't know. He kind of, a lot of my characters are like the true hero, like stout, stalwart, and I was like, this is just like my little ball of chaotic energy. He's like a little puppy, is what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's like, I'm gonna chew on your lace now. Oh, now I'm gonna walk into a wall. Like,
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. I have fun with it. It gets some of my energy out. So
no, it is fun. Like I'm just telling you, like what
Gnimwirt would think. Yeah. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Gnimwirt, I could see Gnimwirt getting frustrated because he comes from a land of like civilized people where they're literate and everything, and now he's dealing with like, there's no light, I'm walking through mud, I'm sleeping on a cot, like it's stiff. This guy can't read, like he doesn't know what a schematic is. There's a little lizard biting my leg, like what the hell?
Yeah, I agree.
I can see that, and I feel like for Adarag, he's probably just like, yeah, this is the day in the life, I'm on another trip, like, yeah, this is a weird little lizard, but I probably encountered some weird stuff on my journeys. Yeah.
At least he's not biting my face.
Thoughts on Addison?
So I think for Adarag, he certainly appreciates the drinking side of her, but definitely her kind of the. He feels like he probably can't ever get like really close with her because of his some of his past. Namely, like that she's so close with gods, like that seems kind of foreign to him.
Yeah. The other group have met her, and they're in a similar boat. Neither of them are religious, and they're like, but I hope that I portray her in a way to where she doesn't judge you for. She was just like, oh, okay, what do you worship?
No, yeah, and that's kind of like Adarag kind of feels a little bit like look at this person who has this good like relationship with a god. Meanwhile, I have my past of my tumultuous relationship with a god.
I forgot about your past. I'm clicking now. I was like, what is he talking about? Like, is this something? Oh, right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. My god.
Yeah.
I think Gnimwirt is not really interested in religion. Like he's focused on the things that he can understand in the human world, and
I think you played your character perfectly in your interactions with Addison.
Yeah, I enjoyed that interaction. I'm intrigued by her character, but not because of the religion.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that like she didn't judge us for not having faith. And I tried to like say like I'm not personally going to do this, but I recognized that, you know, there was something to what she was doing, and I asked her to pray or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I am very interested in understanding the magic of her religion and see if I can prove like, oh, there is a science behind it. She just doesn't realize it.
What magic? She was just pouring her a drink. Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm giving you a drink. You're like, but how? She's like this.
Yeah, my character has to understand these phenomena. So I think I'm very intrigued with her.
She came from I don't need to explain it. It just happens.
Yeah.
So I like, why question it? Like, here, have a drink. Like, and the help you guys were looking for was like, help us, save us from this predicament. She goes, that's not what I do, but I can help you feel better in your current situation. So yeah, you might be in a tough time right now, but you're not alone. Let me help. And like, you didn't suffer effects. So remember, this game is grim and perilous. Being stuck in a frozen river, you know, this freezing cold water coming down, that would start to affect you. Your numbs would start to freeze. You'd start to like lose feeling and like, you know, start to suffer more effects. None of that happened because she was like, you know, I can comfort you in this situation and give you, you know, guidance, but I can't like, you know, I'm not here to pull you out of the mud and drag. That's not my job.
Yeah.
Just like
her and Liliana are both hot, by the way.
Oh. DIBS is cute too.
Yeah, you've done a good job grabbing the art for all these characters. It's really good.
It takes me a while. I'm very picky.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I've even got it to where like, not to give too much foreshadowing, but if you guys come back in the future, these characters will change over time. Not all of them, but these characters will change over time. And so I've got like images of, you know, like Liliana at this point, and after stuff has happened, Liliana at this point. And so like I've got, you know, so then it takes me twice as long to like go through and find characters that look similar, so that I can like, oh, they're the same characters, they've just changed over time, you know. So
yeah.
I wasn't happy with Elder Arlane. Was so hard to find a good picture for. I'm not sure where I stand on that one. I might go back to the original picture that I shared with you guys. So
he looks mad in his picture.
Yeah, see, I didn't feel right about it. So just be aware, his picture is probably going to change the original one I shared with you.
Yeah. All good.
Hawthorne and Bartholomew, those ones are basically what they look like. Yeah. I don't know. Any other thoughts on your guys' current adventure, the campaign?
Yeah, we're about to see some combat.
Yeah, we're about to die, I feel
like. You guys spring a trap. So that's the thing with DIBS. I have been working on how to bring in NPCs that you guys kind of bring along with you. You guys don't have to bring them along. If you guys are like, piss off, DIBS. Like, okay. if you guys choose to bring these NPCs along with you, granted DIBS is a bit more forceful. He was like, where are we going? But if you guys choose to bring these NPCs along with you, I want them to benefit you, but not steal the show. So I don't want like DIBS to be leading you guys and be like, follow me because I'm from this land and know where to go and how to survive. He's like, I'm going to follow you guys and kind of help out. And when you, for instance, when you heard the call of the child from the swamp, which granted, it didn't come across on the mic on Discord, that sucks. But when you heard this call from the child in the swamp, DIBS was a sign that something wasn't right. DIBS dropped and was like, don't trust it. Whereas the other group didn't have that. And Torvekik was on watch. He heard that and he was like, oh, let me come help you. And then they got attacked. So they were in a lot worse position, whereas you guys were more prepared. So you guys didn't technically get ambushed or surprised. You guys were ready for it. And part of that, I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, was because DIBS was kind of giving you an idea, hey,
what's going on here?
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess we don't technically know yet if the cry was related to this plant with the
Well, we do know that it sounded like it when it came out, but yeah, you're right. There was one that was like off to the east of the plant.
That's where the cry came from.
Yes. They're associated with each other in some regard. Even just by proximity. You came to the plant, nothing was happening. You walked up to the plant, and then something started calling for your attention.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what you've learned so far.
Yeah. Okay.
So beyond that, you're not sure. But you know that the plant opened, something crawled out.
And it's charging us.
And there's something calling to you from the swamp. Or something's been kidnapped, as we've heard the kidnappings are happening, and it's in the swamp nearby. There's a couple different options it could be.
Okay. What are you going to call this episode? The first one was the Rakhar blockade.
This one would be... What did we had a name for it.
Did we?
What was it? Yeah, we came up with it while we were playing some. Man, I can't remember. Yeah, we came up with it. We're like, oh, this one's gonna have to be called this.
When did we say that? When in the campaign?
It was near the beginning, I think. I don't remember.
I can't read.
I was basically where everything's starting to go downhill. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'll call this one yet.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll have to think on it. Based on what we did, maybe like the path north, or it could be crossing the Mud River. That's where a lot of our episode was, the Mud River.
Yeah,
probably something like that.
Something along those lines.
Okay.
Any other questions, thoughts, concerns?
No. Maybe conquering the mud since we got our boots.
You did get your boots.
Yeah.
New shoes.
New shoes, who dis?
Yeah. New shoes, who dis? The Fong. Okay, cool. Well, that's it from us, guys. That's Under the Table. This is for King's Crossing, the second saga, along with Adarag and Gnimwirt. So, if you guys are enjoying it, you guys can always go over to the over to the YouTube and support. The first episode's up there if you missed it. Second episode will be going up there. These episodes actually drop on Thursday, which means we record them on Tuesday, and I don't have a stockpile of these episodes already, so that means tomorrow I have to edit it, and Thursday it goes up. So, these ones are real quick. You can always go check out the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, which is going up now. That's up on YouTube, and we will be continuing a live stream of that tomorrow? Maybe?
That's a 90% yes for me.
There you go. So go check it out. Go support all things. We appreciate you. Join the Discord, and I don't know, butt slaps all around. Thank you, guys, and good night.
Cheers.
Ding,